I did, between episodes, I built this road here, and it looks really nice. On this side, we have like a sidewalk, and over here we have main road, and this is pedestrians, and this is for the main people. Anyway, I built this little thing to divide this from the actual diner, and like little lamp posts for like breakers. So yeah, we have the main road, and these roads look really nice in my opinion. I think I did a pretty good job on them. So we have the diner over, so we have like these little breaks. We got these signs. This is dark road, so on the wrong side of the road that you're not going towards. So there's the diner of the street. But whenever you're not looking at it, it says Diner Road is up ahead. So we go that way. It's named Diner Road because of this. And Keene Street is on the left. So you just go this left, and boom, Keene Street's here. I put a few villages in there, like 5 for like workers, because it's kind of getting boring of just having nothing there. Gives it a little more life. Anyway, and yeah, so you got signs for each direction. And Dark Street's this way because I thought it was a cool name and I decided to put it there. Anyway, for the road, if you look at it from a certain angle, let's look over here because it looks better in this way. It looks like the road is sloping because if you look at it very carefully, because this carpet makes it look like slightly elevated. So without seeing that line, it kind of makes the road look like it's tilted up towards it. And to make this line, I used bamboo sign with gray carpet on top, and it looks really good, like an actual road. And there is no stop signs in this city. I plan on not having any stop signs because in reality, horses just go through each other whenever you're in the game. So it honestly just doesn't need to exist. If you need to stop somewhere, you can stop anywhere on the road to see which direction you need to go on the street. Otherwise, you can just go straight if you know where you're going. And one more thing. I also added over here a like a road right here and here that goes underneath the mountain for horses only, because up here I plan on in the future having buildings designed for only pedestrians, no walking, because I think the zoo I plan on building a zoo up here. I think it goes like over the entire mountain, so there's no reason to like build anything there. I mean, not build anything, or have like a horseway there. So yeah, that is my idea for that. So anyway, I plan on building the store right here. It's gonna be like a little shopping center type looking thingy. So first things first I need to do is terraform out all this land right here, because it's kind of, you know, kind of in the way, you know. So anyway, I marked out the rest of the area for all my other farms, and after doing that I realized this thing had to be pushed back. So what I did is I actually had to move everything to the left, and this actually is supposed to be up a little bit forward, but originally it was way too far forward. As you can tell, it used to line up with these trees before I destroyed it all, and these trees are floating because there used to be a mountain dirt here, but I had to remove it so I can grab more dirt to fill in the earth areas. But anyway, so we have all the areas marked, and the reason I wanted to mark them all out is to make sure I built everything right. I'm glad I marked it out, because this would have been a mistake, huge mistake later in the building. But what I did is I moved this entire farm this direction, so we have barely any room left. That's great. Anyway, but yeah, this right here is going to be future buildings all along here, and this will all be future episodes. But anyway, now that we've fixed that, we are going to start working on this project first, though, because this project is more important. So let me start building the first. I need to gather some resources. This building is going to be more of like an older style building, like themed idea, like all these buildings are, but like older styled and as Western type themed. It's gonna have like a balcony that comes out right around this side of the road, 4 blocks into the road, and then the ditch is actually, and this one is gonna be customly changed to where the ditch, like you know how all these roads have ditches. Well, this ditch is actually gonna be 1 more block out, so you have 4 blocks inside. But anyway, first we need to gather all the resources for it. And then this side's also going to be different than the rest of the building. Because you know how some buildings have, like, the back ends of them don't look the same as the front end? That's true for pretty much all buildings. Like the alley side of it. Well, saying this is going to be an alley, it's just going to be cobblestone and stone. The same with here. This may actually change later, this side. But for now, it's going to be cobblestone and stone. Along with this. And just for now, till I work on the later stuff. But anyway, let me start working. Let me go quickly gather up the resources. So I gathered some pale oak wood because this building's pretty much going to be completely white. So I need a lot of white wood. Then I got some warped wood and stream lights. Then I got some warped wood. I'm only going to use it for one thing though, so I just needed more of it. Then I got some wool from my wool farm to make carpets. So, I gathered up all the resources for this project, and that's pretty much everything I needed. I'm also going to build the road at the same time as I build the rest of this building. But anyway, now that I gathered up all the resources I needed for this build, let me build it. So I started off with the sidewalk because I'm going to put an overhang over it. Then I built walls. Then I built the balcony and added support pillars for the balcony. Then I added a roof that's checkered pattern with blue and warped wood and pale oak wood. Then I added supports to the bottom of the pillars to add a little bit more detail. Then I added a pale oak fence gates all around the thing, just to add a little bit more detail. Then I added windows to each floor, and then I added a floor separating the first and second floor. Then I built a road. So anyway, yeah, I got this road part. My plan for this road is actually to cut it back a little bit, because as you can tell, it comes out a little bit. This one comes out actually one extra block. It's supposed to be here, so it actually comes out 2 blocks. So this road's gonna go 2 blocks in, and then it's gonna go back out. So this is gonna have like a weird thing, right? Maybe. So this is supposed to go 1, 2, 3, and then wall. So, or I may just keep it in a straight line, because it's supposed to only be 3. But I actually changed this street name to, where is it? Tiny P Street, because we're gonna call it like the letter P Street. Not for anything else. Totally. But yeah. Just, you know. And, may have accidentally built a squid farm out of this, because squids keep dying down here. So, anyway. Yep, this road right here is still the diner road. But this road is dark road now. I wanted this road to be dark road. The interior of this is actually, this right here is going to change blocks when I actually build the interior of this. But yeah, I'm leaving this wall blank because I want there to be some type of like mural here on this side. And on this side, I want to leave it, I want to have like this part have like something, but this part be open. So in case of this farm that's going to be here goes into this building, it will be here. Like there will be a wall up to here for like this room. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job for this, not gonna lie. The only thing I don't really like is the roof. Otherwise, I pretty much like it. Like, the roof just looks weird. I don't know why. Like, I just don't know what's wrong with the roof. So, if you have any suggestions on how to, like, make the roof look better, I'm all ears. Because this roof looks pretty bad. And up here. I plan on adding something up here to break up this area, but I think this needs to be up a little bit. I don't know why. Anyway,
Ooh, water bucket clutch. But yeah, I like what I did here with the support pillars and these fence gates to add like extra little support. Upstairs, we are going to actually have up here is where the farm's going to be. So it's pretty much empty, so you have like room for the farm itself. And this right here is like the entrance into the farm, building, so on and so forth. I did not need to leave that open, so let me come back here. But anyway, there's actually going to be a wall here when I build this, dividing these two rooms. This right here is going to be a like a clothing store. Like there's going to be like a little window stand right here. Right here's going to be like checkouts, and I'm thinking like right here just have like a bunch of rows of like clothes cartons full of the same dyed colored stuff. I'm not going to have any armor trims because I'm kind of broke. I only have like 3 armor trims and I don't have a lot of diamonds, so too lazy. And over here, this wall is going to be like the same, but over here we're going to have like an ice cream shop. Like here's like a small sitting area. Right here is going to be like a little ice cream scooping thing on this side of like a bar or something like that. Over here is going to be like a nice little shelf for decoration, and like there's like a wall right here dividing the ice cream shop in half to like store an ice cream thing, like a ice stored place. I don't really know yet. You'll see in a minute once I build this. But anyway, now that you know the game plan, let me gather the resources for this, and I'll get back to you when I have finished gathering up all the resources. I got some cherry wood. Then I went to my auto smelter. Then I got some glowberries from my temporary glowberry farm that I just created. Gathered up all the resources. All of this right here are leather stuff, because in here saying it's going to be like a closed store, you need a lot of leather stuff. There's going to be a few main suits, like the main colors, some random colors. Actually, let me give it back. Yeah, like all these main colors right here. And then there's going to be like this color and mixed in with it, and then, you know, kind of scattered them out evenly. So anyway, now that we got all the supplies needed to build this thing, I would think it would be very cool to actually build it. Oh, really? There could be room for the floor. Then I built the floor, and then I added glowberries around where the walls will be to add a little bit of lighting. Then I added the walls. Then I added a checkout area and a stand area for the window view, for like where you're going to view the armor stands. Then I added armor stands in rows for like shopping areas. Then I added the dyed leather to those armor stands. Then I went to the ice cream shop and I worked on the checkout area and then I worked on the eating area, and then I worked on the back area behind the bar. Then I built a mural in the back, behind the building. Then I built a cow farm. So I wanted to start off by talking about the mural here. I decided to put my character face in it. Let me quickly remove the helmet. See, like this, so you could see it. So yeah, you could actually see my face. And then I put the crown in the middle because, well, I am going to be the king of this land. There will be more than one land out there, but this main city is going to be my kingdom because, well, I built my mansion here, and this is where I'm going to have all my farms and stuff. I'll build other kingdoms around the world, but I'm not going to be like the king of them or something like that. It'll just be like an imaginary king or something like that. And yeah, I built this at the bottom just because that's what the inside needed to look like very nice with those colors. But yeah, it kind of matches my face, like the red, yellow, and the orange. So yeah, anyway, let's go on over into our first shop, which is the leather store. I used brown carpet because, you know, I just felt like it. I want it to feel like quiet, calm, and show like wool. Anyway, from this window you can see these armor stands, which is designed to like show the selling of the product. And I put these wooden blocks into here so you wouldn't see like air on top of the trapdoors or something like that. Over here we have a selling area. So yeah, we have like a little thing there, so on. And then we have a bunch of dyed armor that you sell. These little areas right in between are like the walking areas between the shelves. And my personal favorite armor is probably these two right here. So now let's go over to the ice cream shop. So we have like these, this blue carpet dividing the wall because, you know, I needed something on the other side. We have glowberries for lighting, and we have pale oak trapdoors here. You may see these occasionally on the roofs on both of them because, well, they're hiding the cow farm. Like hoppers and stuff. But anyway, we have like pink chairs to sit and like sitting area, so on and so forth. Just to like break up the colors, you know, from like the bright and black, just like a middle color. And it shows kind of like ice cream, you know, like shiny and bright color-ish. But anyway, for right here we have armor stands with caps to represent the ice cream flavors. This one right here is red. On silent stream, to silent stream takes up the most, I think. I don't really know. It just looks really good. But I had to use stairs here so you couldn't like, so light can come in. Otherwise, it would cause the block to, you know, like be completely black and you couldn't really see what the armor head is. So put the trapdoors to cover that. Back here we have like an eating area, computer, so on and so forth. Right here we have like a little shelf for like decoration just to break up the wall. And right here we have like a ice cream slab. You know how like many restaurants have like slabs where they like mix the ice cream or put sprinkles on? This is what this is. And these right here like represent toppings and sprinkles. Back here though we have the freezer. We put trapdoors here so you can hide the paintings, but there's like a bunch of them back here so you can barely see through. And then yeah, so pretty much a freezer. This right here is like the way in and out. This right here is like insulation. We have this big thing here which represents the like ice cream, like a big tub of ice cream. You grab them, walk it over here, and replace it back here, type deal. So yeah, and they have like a shipment of these brought in every day or every time they run out of those stuff. Because I'm pretending this city, most of these farms are hidden somewhere around the place, and they just always have infinite supply of everything. So yeah. Anyway, up here's the farm. What I want to show here, like I put these up here for like breakage. And the farm's actually in here, so like the leather stuff workers get their supplies, and the ice cream shop stores their supplies up there too. It's just decoration for like sitting or poor people to sleep at. But yeah, from a distance, oh wait, missed the tree. Let me climb up this tree. From a distance, those paintings kind of look like there's an interior going on. You can't really notice it, especially if you're not like looking at it like perfectly still, but if you're just like walking by, it kind of looks like there's something going on in there. Because if it looks like there's nothing at the interior, then it looks like there's nothing going on. So I didn't want there just to be like a big my face with farms in there, because that looks kind of boring. So we put these paintings just to break up the wall and make it look interesting, like something's going on. But in reality, it's just these ugly looking farms, which I brought some wheat for. You know how most farms nowadays don't look like this? Well, these are for the more modern version. Back here we have milk, which is to show like the ice cream shop store where they get all their milk from. And then over here we have the farm. So you jump up here to get in, and you stop right here. And then you pull out the wheat, and you just feed them like here. And then, after you do that, We're just gonna... Okay. All of them are bred up. You come down over here. And right here, we have like a baby area. And you just click this. And then the popper picks them up. But that's only if they grow up whenever they start taking damage. But anyway, one more section to show. And that is the roof. The reason I wanted to do something up here is because the roof is kind of looking bland. And this right here, so it kind of adds like a little bit of detail on the map too. Because my past few roofs haven't had anything on them. So anyway, yeah. These right here are like a furnace for air conditioning. And these are like pipes going places from their air conditioning. But in reality, all air conditioning is connected up between buildings. If the buildings are connected, they share AC. That's why this building did have a bunch of them, but I had to fix it for the farm. Let me climb back up here. And this right here, saying this entire thing is made out of wood. We built, and if any lightning struck it, it would completely light ablaze. We built this. The only part that's not oxidized is up here because every time lightning strikes, it unwaxes it, and then it unoxidizes it. The only reason I know this is because I've seen that happen with there. Occasionally, it just turns orange because after a thunderstorm, because lightning strikes it. So we don't want this to catch on fire. We built this nice little lightning electricity, and it collects the electricity that can be used throughout thunderstorms or other things. But anyway. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.